Hello, I'm your Zen Master. Please have a seat. Today we are going to discuss peace, and this is just a quick session with me for you to understand peace and what it is and how it can work for you. It's so important to connect with peace. It's one of the only things that can help guide us and get us through trouble sometimes, like when we are stressed. Why is peace so important? Well, the answer is quite simple and divine. Basically, with it, you have all the power in the world in your very hands. Now, maybe I can ask you, why? Why do you think peace gives you that? I'll give you a moment to dwell on the answer, and then I will answer for you. It's okay if you don't have the answer, because you can be at peace with not knowing the answer. Peace is powerful. Peace is power. You hold power when you have peace, because no matter what happens to you, you are at peace. And when you are at peace, there's no problem in the world. There's no stress. There's no resistance or fighting. When you have peace, you are powerful. That's just what it is. Now, how do you attain such power? It's a choice. You can decide to remain at peace regardless of the events unfolding all around you. Not everyone is able to do this because we are so caught up and absorbed in the world around us that it's almost unattainable. Even the Buddha has had his human struggles with attaining complete nirvana. So, what makes you think we won't? I certainly, as the Zen Master, struggle from time to time. Ironic, isn't it? I instruct on how to be Zen. Yet I myself have not perfected my own craft. You could put the 10,000 hours to perfect a craft, but you could still struggle to do that one thing. And this could be the missing key, the missing link, the last thing, all you need left in your life to enable you to have all of the answers. Why is it so hard for people to connect to the divine, to forget that part of themselves, to only remember and focus on what is here within our dwelling, within our home, our world, our friendships and family and relationships? Why is it so hard to remember why we're here? That we have to constantly remind ourselves that we are spirit. That we are souls. Regardless of who you believe your soul belongs to. knowledge of peace be within you. I will wish this for you. You can pray for peace. Because when you have it, it won't matter what happens around you. Why do we always, as human beings, have the urgency to fight, to resist change, when we can be at peace with ourselves? And when you attain this nirvana, nothing else will matter. There will be no reason to fight or to resist. Part of maintaining peace is acceptance. You can't really do it without accepting your current circumstance. Peace doesn't just happen. It doesn't just come through and here we go, we are peace. No, you have to accept what happened. That's a huge one. That's a huge step in the way, in the stepping blocks of peace. Here I have a rake. A lot of times we want to rake away the problem. We want to focus on getting rid of it as fast as we possibly can because it's not comfortable. It's something we just want to brush aside, like leaves. Something we don't necessarily want to deal with. Something that makes us feel uncomfortable, uneasy. Human beings also don't like to feel this way. We want it easy. We want something that's attainable, easy to reach, not hard to get, right? It's human. We are flawed, imperfect human beings, and with that comes the consequence of our contradictory emotions, our human psyche and development. And our progress sometimes gets tainted on this journey. So we avoid the problem by distracting ourselves. We want to get rid of the source of the problem immediately because we can't handle the pain. Or if we can handle the pain, we keep giving it to ourselves because we are addicted to the pain, like with a toxic relationship. We love sometimes sitting in our own pity party, in our own misery of our own mind. This too can prevent peace from taking place. Is you getting in the own way of yourself. No one else stopping you but you. You yourself halting your progression by doing this thing, by being hard on yourself or just being too much in your own mind, when really you should be in your heart and have love within. So stop raking away the problem. You don't need to pick at something that's not broken, that doesn't necessarily need fixing. You just need to be. You just need to exist and be okay with whatever. Remember, acceptance. No more nitpicking. No more scraping and scratching. If I were to constantly rub my face with this tool, I would get severe problems. Why focus on something that does not need change? Maybe you crave change. Maybe you desire the change. But what if the change doesn't desire you? Change will come when it comes. You need to sit in that a bit. And stop poking at things, either intimidating them, wanting them to come back to life. Maybe someone in your friend group You laid them to rest, not in the literal sense, but you just abandoned the friendship. And then you message them. You reach out to them. You're prying and poking at your past again because you're desperate for change. You're wanting results. You're wanting fast results. That's another human flawed nature thing. Instead of just letting it flow and come through, the best way to have anything happen in our lives. No. We want that fast vacation. We want that fast car and that fast flight, don't we? We want that fast relationship and marriage. We want that fast friendship. I call it the fast food world. And you know why? We want everything fast. When it's not even good for us. So, are you forcing change? Are you pushing yourself to change when you don't feel in your heart it's right? If you're at peace with it, maybe that's the proper step. If you're at peace with doing things fast, maybe, just maybe it could be the right thing for you on your journey. But can you be at peace with being slow too? That's the question. So ask yourself these things, my friend. I hope this continues to be helpful for you. Give it some time. You may need to hear me again. You may need to come back another week. You may need to just dwell on what I said and sit on it for a bit. That's okay. You know what's interesting about the word peace? It also sounds like the word peace. P-I-E-C-E. Peace, like a piece of a puzzle pie. The puzzle pie of your life. Maybe you were missing that piece of the pie, of the puzzle of your life. A peaceful puzzle pie. How nice is that? I know peace is certainly a huge chunk of that pie. Because once you get there, you never go back. And you never question if anything is good for you or not anymore. When you know that you can be at peace with the decision you make. Because we all make decisions every day. As long as you are able to make peace with them. Without having to ask your friends every time if this is good for you or not. Without having to ask even me for help or guidance. Or seek answers from others in your circle. When you will just know. And that's why I always recommend meditation for my fellow listeners. You could also pair it with a good book. This is something that I'm starting to read very soon. It's a spiritual related book. I always recommend you read at least a chapter a day to get your mind started right, especially in the mornings, so you can start your day with knowledge. You will acquire wisdom on paper that you can actually read back and annotate and bookmark. You can learn all about peace in a book, or you could just be feeling peace when you read a book. It's the little things. Maybe you are taking a bath and you feel at peace doing that. Maybe you are with a friend and you feel peace doing that. Reach toward what gives you that peace. What gives you that, even that freedom that enables you to feel peace. If someone is disturbing your peace, could you maybe be at peace with who the person is and accept them for who they are. Love them the way they are. And if you can't do that, maybe there's something about yourself they're trying to bring about. Maybe there's a part of them that you're annoyed at yourself about. It's usually what it is. As we are all reflections of each other's selves. I recommend this. This is recommended to me, so I gotta share the love back and recommend it to you. This book has come across my path many times, and the universe kept trying to get me to read it until I caved in and bought it. Maybe it's a part of my peace journey. Maybe there's something in here I need to read soon. Of the many books I've read, maybe something like this has not come across my path yet. And there's symbols and everything. You notice the triangle, the square, the circle, that all means something. You may not know what it means. Just like your life, you may not have all the answers or the clues, but there's something there trying to tell you something. Just listen to the signs. Spell out the letters. Maybe you only have 2 letters, or 3 or 5 or 10. You won't know until you have the whole word planned right in front of your very eyes. The answer won't come through until you see the bigger picture. No matter how psychic you are or how many Zen masters you listen to, it just won't happen. You have to go through the painful journey sometimes to even attain peace. You won't know what peace is if you haven't been through the opposite side of peace. So sometimes you have to go through darker moments in order for the universe to bless you with better. So keep that in mind. Thank you for listening to me, and I hope this gave you the guidance that you are looking for today. Be well, my friends. And good luck on your journeys ahead. I believe in you. As long as you believe in yourself, it doesn't matter how much I believe in you if you don't believe in yourself. And remember, nobody can provide peace for you. I certainly can't. Maybe temporarily, like a pill, but in the long run, you need to have the experience in order to provide yourself this wisdom. And it's a never-ending journey. It never stops here. As I said, I'm still learning every day, more and more. And the more time goes on, the less I know. And I'm at peace with it, knowing how little I know. Are you? Maybe you can tell me something that I don't know. Maybe you can share an experience next time with me that I can learn from. Let's do